Hey, I was working on a new skill set. What do you got?
I got some questions for you.
For gear tasting? Mm-hmm. What type of ruck are you using? Oh, office tour. We can do that. Just might take a while. Let's do questions and then we can do an office tour. Okay, so let's get to a few questions over coffee. So the first one is from Patrick F, who asks, what type of ruck are you using? There's actually a couple of different types of rucks that I use on a semi-regular basis. I'd say my daily kind of go-to ruck is a GoRuck GR1. I don't have it on me right now, or I'd show you that one because it is at the house. I use it a lot. So every time I travel, that's always my carry-on, is a GoRuck GR1. I like the size and I guess the discreetness of it a little bit. It does have some visible MOLLE on it, but I do like that it's black. It's not so in your face as like there's like this 3-day pack. At least to me, it's not kind of in your face like that. So the other packs I use when I'm usually hiking around and things like that, I guess my kind of go-to hiking where weight isn't an issue is the Arc'teryx Card 30. With the metal stays that are in it, it is kind of a heavier pack, I guess, in terms of kind of what I like to shoot for if I'm lightweight backpacking. And I don't have that pack, which I'm going to mention, but there is a Jam 50 that was made by a company called GoLite, which GoLite went out of business, I think it was about 6-8 months ago now. I've had heard talks about them starting, or somebody bought out the license designs for those old packs, and I think they're going to start making them again. So I'm actually excited for that because in terms of lightweight backpacks, that Jam 50 is pretty much my favorite. That's the one I use for kind of backpacking trips where weight is an issue. So like I said, the Card 30 is what I'm using. This is an Arc'teryx pack. Just kind of give you an idea of what they've got here. So this is a large opening where it can be filleted out. I used one of these when I was over in France doing a thing with the mountaineering school there. Well, we were kind of on our own program there with the Arc'teryx Leaf guys doing some stuff with the card and the other apparel that they do with the Arc'teryx Leaf line. But it was around the same time that their shoe line launched, so we got the chance to go over there, myself and a few other media guys, to do that. And that was actually the first time I had used the Card 30 was during that, and it held up really well, and I was pretty impressed with the features that it had. So again, Card 30. This is another pack that I just kind of kick around to on a somewhat regular basis. This is just a 3-day pack from LBT. This is their mass gray color. So that's a few packs that I use on a semi-regular basis, I guess. Sorry I didn't have the Jam 50 and the GoRuck GR1 to show you, but those are some other ones. You can definitely look those up. Next question is from Ryan, who asks, what are some of y'all's favorite SOG knives? I can tell he's from Texas because he said y'all. So a few of my favorites, I have used a SOG Power Lock forever. This is just their multi-tool. I really like this multi-tool. It's something that like I said, I've used for a while, but this is actually a newer version. I had an older one that's been super worn in. I can't find it right now, or I would show you on video, but at any rate, I like it. I think it's got a good array of tools. The new one kind of comes with this hook knife, which the older one that I have came with a pair of scissors, which I actually found more versatility and use out of than a hook knife, so I kind of wish they would have left that in there on the Power Locks. It does have a decent knife blade. There's also an attachment for a socket, a flathead screwdriver, bottle opener. One thing that I've never really been a fan of with these is that this little door that you have to open to get to the tools, it can kind of come off pretty easily. So that's something I've experienced a few times when using this is, I'll go to open this up and it, gets twisted the wrong way and flies off. The newer one does seem to be a little sturdier, so I'm hoping that it does hold up better. Well, there you go. So they do come off a little bit, but I was tugging on that one. So at any rate, the other side has got a saw, and I think they've really upgraded the saw on this one too. My previous one didn't have the teeth that this one had. So it's also kind of an all, looks like another flathead, a Phillips head, another bottle opener, and a smaller screwdriver. So at any rate, this is also made for demolition, so crimping and blasting cap too, right there, which, you know, I don't use that, but it's there. As well as a pair of pliers, obviously. But I do want to kind of give a shout out to Multitasker too. This is one of my favorite multi-tools just because of how just massive the jaws are on it for pliers. It's made out of billet. I think it's a great option for a multi-tool. And this is very AR specific too, so meaning an AR-15, it's built to work on that, so you've got side adjustment tools and other things. We've done a review previously on a Multitasker. This is the Gen 3, so this is their newer version, so a couple of things have changed from the, I think we reviewed the Gen 2, but one is, I mean, check out the size of that knife blade. I mean, it's almost like a legit knife, and it's a liner lock too, which I like. It's not just a, you know, when you look at the SOG multi-tool and the knife here, it does have a, you know, a lock. Let me open that up. So it does lock there, but you know, it's a kind of a heel lock, or I guess it was what you call it. I'm not sure what that's specifically referred to as, but I do like that the Multitasker is a liner lock. So sorry for the diversion, just wanted to mention that too. So other SOG knives, we recently built a DIY knife throwing board and picked up one of their tomahawks and a couple of their fling knives because we had seen these at being thrown at SHOT Show last year. That's kind of where I learned how to do this from. SOG had a booth set up, so we kind of came back, bought all this stuff, and also put up a video on how to build your own. So check that out too. So I do like these. These throw really well. So that's that. And then another one of my favorite knives that I've had for a long time is the Seal Pup. It's a smaller knife here. It's just been a very versatile knife. Obviously, I Kryloned it a long time ago. But, you know, another thing that I like too is that, I mean, this is kind of an interesting option. I actually know the guy that designed this, but so this is a way to kind of cut accessory cord and things when the sheath is, you know, on your waist belt or something. So you can, you know, it kind of acts as a hook knife. You can just put your paracord and things like that, and accessory cord, and cut it right there with the blade of the knife without having to remove it from the sheath. So I've never found that anything has kind of gotten in there and gotten cut, but I guess it's a potential. So anyway, Seal Pup. So those are a few, I guess, SOG things that I have and that I've used on a regular basis. Obviously the throwing knives are kind of an aside, but I'd say the Power Lock and the Seal Pup are definitely go-tos for me. All right, so last but not least, David B requested an office tour. So let's make that happen. All right, let's start the tour right here with this, since I still haven't figured out what this does yet. All right, this is the award we got from YouTube for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. We're actually at 160 now. So continuing the subscriber base. This is a collection of Matt Gambrell's illustrations for Ridiculous Dialogue. We do a Ridiculous Dialogue illustrated every month that he puts together, and it features some of our different funny moments from Ridiculous Dialogue if you listen to the podcast, which you should, so check it out on iTunes. Let's see what they're up to in the warehouse first. Amanda, say hi to everybody on gear tasting. Lang, Zach, say hi to gear tasting. So this is our warehouse where we do all the shipping. As you can see, these are kind of our orders for the day going out, and Amanda is QCing some handcuff keys, and yeah, that's the warehouse. Let's go this way. This would be our break room, so where we check out all the latest and greatest in video games. Got an old school Nintendo and a Wii, but we need to get more stuff in here. We did have, what do we have? What else do we have? We used to have The other Nintendo. 64. Oh, 64, yeah. Playing some Mario Kart. That's the coffee, which is very important. This is the workroom in here. You can see our nice glass display cabinet full of Lego and nunchucks, which are very important. Lang hangs these up every day. He EDCs nunchucks. And then this is the workroom. So Rob's out here, who's currently filming, as well as Lang's desk, and Matt hangs out here when he's in town. Then this way, here's Kelly. Say hi to Gear Tasting.
Hi, Gear Tasting.
And then this is, I guess, our display of our patch panels that we make. But this is every patch that we've ever made, including some variations. I think we got pretty much everything we've done up there. More to come. Obviously, lots of room to fill, right? This is my office. Some more patches, kind of a duplication of what's out there, but this is kind of my collection of some patches that industry folks have given us, along with some other stuff. We still have tons of patches we haven't even put up yet, so we're still looking for a place to do that. I'll just go ahead and show you this too. So this happens to be research and development. And my toy collection, of course. Very important. As well as challenge coins. That's kind of a bunch of different challenge coins that everybody has sent us, including everything that we've produced, I guess, in terms of challenge coins. And then name what that is. And then, of course, everybody in their office has to have an I love me wall, so that's what's going on with mine. And then we've kind of tried to give almost everybody so far a stand-up desk, because I'm just kind of a big fan of working like that. This is kind of my setup. I run everything off of a Mac laptop and drive it to a cinema display. Well, they're not called cinema displays, are they, anymore? What are they called now? Thunderbolt something. Yeah, something or another. But yeah, that's my office, and that's, I guess, the nickel tour. We do have another building where all the gear and stuff is kept, and maybe we'll try to get over there for a tour for that too. So that's the tour. So that's been Gear Tasting. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is where we give you an idea of what we're up to and currently evaluating at ITS headquarters. Be sure to get your question answered by using the # Gear Tasting on Twitter or other social media. Thanks for watching.